Hey everyone, and welcome to Aaron's Dollhouse. So, today, I did get another doll in the mail. This one is, well, this one is actually a Monster High doll. So, I have very recently started kind of getting into Monster High. I do already have a few Monster High dolls. However, for for a good while, I was always kind of like in the mindset where it's like I appreciated Monster High as a doll brand. However, I wasn't obsessed enough in the sense of, oh my god, I need to like buy this doll or buy like the dolls, you know? Um, I very much so like I like dolls that look very voluminous, that look dramatic, maybe have like a big ball gown. I have a very specific type of doll that I prefer to have. Reasons why, all of my Disney princess dolls definitely make me extremely happy. Um, but yeah, it's very rare that I buy dolls that have just kind of like more like normal kind of fashion, or like like a mini dress or kind of something like to that matter. um I don't know, it really has to speak to me for me to want to do that. And if that's not like, your opinion on that, that's cool, that's great. I was gonna say that's just what I prefer for my dolls. But yeah, in Monster High, it definitely was on my radar, but I wasn't really keeping up with anything related to it. Um, in fact, the only reason that I like knew as much as I did with like the little knowledge I had about Monster High was my sister, at one point did actually have Monster High dolls, like kind of like right around before she like kind of stopped playing with dolls. Um, so yeah, Monster High was definitely on my radar at that point, and I definitely enjoyed the dolls. I thought they were really cute, but I just never, I don't know, I never saw any that I really felt like from that point to the point of me being a collector. I never saw any that I was like, oh my god, like I need to start collecting Monster High dolls. And then they started coming out with all these different Monster High dolls that I was like, oh god, like wow, like the Vampire Heart Draculaura doll in her big, like huge ball gown and everything, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was possible for a Monster High doll to like look like that, you know. Um, and now they've just been pumping out like a bunch of like really good dolls that I have been keeping on my radar and that I'm very interested in collecting. And so yeah, now I have started collecting more. So today, I know that was a lot of talking, but today we are going to be reviewing and unboxing. I know she's not a new doll, but she's newer. Um, but I did get her on Amazon for retail price. But this is the Stitched in Style Frankie Stein doll, and that is her right there in the box. And she is absolutely gorgeous. Like I love this design so much, and I believe it was actually designed by the same person that designed the Vampire Hearts Draculaura doll. Um, and yeah, no, and apparently the concept of this is her dress that she's like wearing. She's basically designing it as she's wearing it or something like that. I from what I read, that's what I got. But yeah, so it's like really really cool. It's kind of made to almost look like it's unfinished in a sense, but it's like this kind of like ball gown fashion type of dress, and I love it. And also there is her on the back of the box with this very beautiful embossed photo of her. It's kind of like, yeah, it feels it feels definitely of a different texture, but it's a really beautiful photo. Um, and then on the back, it just kind of like talks about pretty much like the design of the dress, and then also talks about like kind of the storyline that goes behind it and everything. So yeah. And one of the things, if you are not like a collector of Monster High or you're new to Monster High, that I do love about Frankie is she does have two different eye colors, which is really, really cool. And also, in a more recent thing, I heard that apparently Frankie actually, or at least she does now, goes by they them pronouns. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so we're gonna get her out of the box, talk about all of the definitely the beautiful details of her dress. So yeah. All right, and we have her out of the box now. So we are going to be taking a look at all these different components and different details of her outfit that really kind of like tell the story, you know, of her outfit. And there's even like really small little things too that are really cute that we're going to talk about as well. But yeah, she is super, super cute. And also, she does actually come with a stand. The stand is a saddle style stand, and it is a Monster High skullet as the base in silver. And then she also does come with a certificate of authenticity that also has the designer, Annalise Leo. I think that's how you pronounce her name. If I pronounced it wrong, I'm so sorry. But yes. So yeah, let's take a closer look. And here she is. We have Frankie Stein, stitched in style. And she is really, really pretty. I really do like this doll. So yeah, let's go ahead and start off. So her hairstyle starting off is kind of, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. She's got the whole bun on top with the hair pulled back and then the rest of it down. So the portion on top's definitely giving kind of a Belle-esque hairstyle. And then she has this really, really cool crown that also has this like headpiece that goes down in the back with all these chains and then these like little clips in her hair. And we're definitely gonna take a look, a more detailed look at the headpiece in the back once we do get to that portion. Right now we are focused on the front. But we have this crown that is basically supposed to be made out of sewing needles, and that is so, so cool. That's such a fun detail. Really love to see that. And then we have her bangs here, which her bangs are so cool. I love the way they did this. The whole, it's like white, black, white, black, white, and it's just, it's layered so beautifully. I love the way that this looks. It's very, very pretty. And then also we can see here, it looks like we have kind of a deep blue eyeshadow going into almost like a silver at the corner of each eye. And then we also have a silver lipstick. And then as you can see, one of her eyes is green and then the other one is blue, which is very, very beautiful. We can also see here too that on both sides we do have some like white hair that just hangs down on both sides, and I really like that style. It's really, really cute, and I think it looks really good on her. We do have, so since she is Frankie Stein, she does have the two like bolts in both sides of her neck with like the stitches that are printed on. She does have dangly earrings on both sides, and they are sewing needles, which is really, really cool. And then the top portion of her dress here, this part, the shiny portion, is supposed to, the top portion is supposed to look like a mannequin apparently, which is really, really cool. I love the way that they stitched it and everything too. It's definitely giving that kind of mannequin style feel. And then to give it a little bit more fashion, they did give it this netting up here that does attach around her neck. As you can see, she does have more stitches on her arms. And then on this arm, she has these really cool like arm braces. So there's 2 of them. And they go all the way around her arm, and that's really, really cool. And they have these like spikes all over them, which is really cool. And then if we make our way down to the skirt, we have, so it is like kind of like gathered up here, and then it kind of almost starts out in a sense looking like a belt. And then we have like all the chains and everything that kind of just like hang down, and I love the way that they just kind of like drape around the skirt. All of this is done with like kind of like a rubbery molded plastic, and it is all stitched to the skirt. So if you wanted to take it off, you would have to like snip it. But I like the way that it looks. If you're new to collecting Monster High dolls, they do tend to do like a lot of molded pieces with plastic and stuff to kind of give more definition to the outfits, which that's fine, that's their thing, and I think it works for them. And then as you can see, there is this like gathered skirt material here, which is like really, really fun. That is kind of that more plaid kind of feel. And there's also like these little holographic stitches throughout, which is really, really pretty. And yeah, I was going to say, for those who don't know anything about Frankie, or if you're, again, new to Monster High, this is kind of her color pattern that she like started out with, so it's very true to the character. And then this is one of my favorite details right here, is she literally has a pair of scissors that's just like dangling from the bottom, because again, she's like making this dress as she goes along, and so obviously she just has those there. Then she has these really cool shoes. Like, I love these heels. They are so, so pretty. We've got like all these different like straps and everything. Which I think the straps are supposed to almost be like, oh yeah, it's like measuring tape or something like that. I don't know if you can tell about that. You can also see she does have more of her stitches painted on there, which is really cute. And then we have another sewing needle, has the actual like back part of the heel, which is ingenious in my opinion. I love that. And then yeah, this kind of looks like stitched up fabric that's just like all meshed together. And then the bottom is like this like big black chunky heel. With like some texture here, which is really, really fun. So yeah, that is the front. And then making our way to the back, this bun part right here actually does kind of like, it kind of like comes down a little bit, and it kind of goes over this really, really cool headpiece that I was telling you about. So it's literally like all these chains and everything, just like draping down the top of her head, which is so cool. I think that's such a fun detail, because it's almost like a cage going over her hair, which is like really, really interesting. And there's like so many textures and things happening too with it. And then in the back, she does have solid black hair, which is very interesting for Frankie, because usually it's both white and black, but they did that portion in the front. So this is kind of, you know, a different interpretation, but I really, really like it. And it is nice, very beautiful, soft hair. She does have, obviously, a little bit of box hair, but and then she also has like these like fun little things that are like hanging down. And then on both sides, I'm not sure exactly what these things are, but they do hang down on both sides. I don't know. I do like them though. And then on the other side of the dress, we have this tulle, which is really, really fun. I love how the tulle is like gathered, and we have like the blue tulle on top, and then we have this layer of black tulle underneath it. And then we have again like that portion from the front with the plaid just like partly goes to the back. And so, yeah, it is kind of like that half and half situation. Because, again, the dress is basically supposed to be like unfinished in a sense. So, yeah, really fun. I love the way that they did that. Yeah, like I said, Monster High has definitely sparked my interest recently because if they're gonna keep coming out with like really cool, interesting dolls, like such as her, I'm definitely gonna be, giving my money a little bit to Monster High as well. But again, that is the Monster High Frankie Stein Stitched in Style doll. And like I said, she's absolutely gorgeous. This designer that they have for Monster High, she's been doing like a lot of like really cool designs and everything. And I am definitely very interested to see what else she has in store. But yeah, now that we are kind of getting more of these like designer, kind of like ball gown-esque kind of like dolls, I love the drama. I love the big skirts, and I love when there's like a lot of different fun details. And she definitely comes with a lot of fun little details and everything. And I just love the way that this dress looks and everything. So yeah, definitely plan to add more Monster High to my collection as we continue coming out with more like fun dolls such as this. Other than that, that is pretty much it for her. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely give it a like. If you want to see any more fun doll content on this channel, definitely subscribe. But other than that, have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.